Randeep Sarai, Member of Parliament for Surrey Centre, and I'm a Liberal Party member. I think it's imperative to give back. I think specifically visible minorities, BIPOC folks need to give back and be representative at the table. And one of the ways you can do that is by getting elected. And I've always had a passion for politics, so this was a good fit, I'd say. Simon Fraser's Sustainable Energy and Environmental Engineering building, being able to fund that, have that built all in one term was a big accomplishment. Now students in Surrey can actually study and get degrees in that field, a very promising field right there in Surrey, and that's probably one of my biggest accomplishments. What motivates me to go to work every day is actually to make my riding a better place, to help people out in their personal lives, whether it's an immigration, whether it's a pension issue, whether it's an adoption issue with their child, and seeing the results at the end to see that, that satisfaction that somebody's being reunited with their loved one or they're able to go to school close to home. Those are the things that wake me up in the morning and keep me motivated. One of the things I learned about politics only after becoming an MP is actually the travel time. We all know that as a Western MP, it's far away, but 3-hour time change, 5 to 8 hours to get home and to get to work is a long trek, and it takes a big toll on your physical body, but also on your family and being close to them. So, as a Western MP, I think that's a big thing to always consider before you get into politics. I tabled a bill, Motion 44, which was tabled to bring temporary foreign workers to give them permanent residency for those that don't have it, and as well as international students that don't fit certain categories to get permanent residency. This was something I had to work with cross-party lines, so I worked with all 3 other parties, and I was able to get unanimous support for this, and it was tabled in the House and supported by everyone, and it involved a lot of work with every single party, their whips, their party leaders, as well as their critics on immigration. I think the biggest challenges to democracy are populism, social media, algorithms. I think those are really the testing moments for democracy right now, to get accurate information, fair and precise journalism, I would say. Those are lacking, and because we have a medium, social media is an amazing tool to give everyone the power, but when misused, it is also a very dangerous tool. And I think our populace needs to be learned on that, needs to know what's right and what's wrong in terms of proper journalism, fair assessments, and our algorithms need to be adjusted so they don't just feed you information just to keep you on board, but actually feed you information that's fair and gives you both sides of the coin. I think the next generation is very bright and very savvy, very tech savvy, is able to decipher between the two, and I'm hoping that they will learn from the kind of growth of social media, the growth of living through a pandemic, to see how the world has to cooperate with each other, but also how nations have to safeguard a lot of their industries, their supply chains, so that they're not susceptible to global interruptions and that they can survive on their own. So I think there's a lot of promise in that. We have a very diverse Canadian populace, which has roots from around the world, and I think they're more suited and very well integrated in order to cope with international challenges, as well as climate change emergencies and domestic issues at hand. I would say give 100% of whatever you have into things that you're passionate about. To be a politician now in this age, you don't have to be a lawyer and a poli-sci grad. I think you could be the best at whatever you do, whether that's aviation, whether that's engineering, whether that's medicine, science, climate change, whether you're an advocate. I think Canada needs a diverse array of people in Parliament to have the type of opinions that represent Canada and get the diverse background and curriculum vitae that's needed in a House of Commons to make the decisions for the generations to come.